Thank you for tuning in to Artist Expression with Alma Love. I am your host. My name is Jennifer Lyons. Today we're having a wonderful show with two great artists from our community. Please help me welcome Mr. Will Webster. Hello, Mr. Webster.
How you doing?
Doing well, thank you. So tell me a little bit about how did you start your journey doing art?
Well, I started when I was very young. My brothers used to get together. There was four of us, and we all used to draw when we was very small. Got bored, and all my brothers was really good, but I kept it up, and I did it through elementary school, junior high, high school, and in college, and but I was saying that what really anticipated me when I was young, and the kids, elementary school used to pay me to do art.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you had a little side job in elementary school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had a twin, and we used to do get the jackets, and we used to do our jackets too, like Zorro and all kinds of stuff back in the days, you know. Now everybody's doing it.
So when you say jackets, were you painting art on jackets?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, we was taking color pens and doing it in the back of jackets.
Okay.
Wish I had to put a patent on it.
Yeah, that would have been great. So what city was this in?
Actually, Oakland, California.
Oakland.
Oakland.
Okay. And where you currently reside?
East Palo Alto.
East Palo Alto's in the house. All right. Yeah. And what are you doing in that city?
Right now, I'm actually a coach for the Y and also East Palo Alto Boxing Club.
Mm-hmm.
I
So you teach boxing?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Also martial art.
Okay.
the whole
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
We have a multi-talented artist here from our community. What a blessing. Yes.
Well, I think it kind of goes together when you think about the sumo, not the sumo, but the martial art in other countries, like the ones that work with the kings, of China. I can't say it right offhand, but they did the art, and they did the art in the morning, and then they did, the practice in the afternoon.
So they did still art as well as the form of the physical martial art?
Right.
Okay.
They actually did decorating flowers,
Okay.
arranging flowers, and then they did the martial art, the samurai.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
It maybe goes
everything
hand
goes.
in hand.
Yeah. I love what I do.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me. And we have a few of your pieces in the
Yes, you
back.
do.
Do you mind telling me a little bit more about them? We'll walk over there.
All right. This one is Lady in Mourning. She's the African lady. And this represents a hero that passed away. And she's in mourning. That's why she's wearing the paint on her face. And, I hear the book like Mourning of Heroes. They have books like that, but they do that naturally.
Yes.
When somebody died and they mourning.
And that looks like a scene from The Village, is that?
This is the village.
The Village, okay.
Yeah, the village, yeah, in the huts and everything.
And what form of paint did you use?
Acrylics.
Acrylics,
Yeah,
okay.
acrylics. And this one down here, this is a king, and he has his staff, and he has his hood, of authority. Now this hood represents a lot of things. You see the Pope. They have hoods like that.
You're right.
And also
yes.
the Klan.
Oh, yes.
But you see where it started from.
Yes.
So, and this right here, I like this scene right here because it's, you know, it's almost nighttime, and I always like a night. That would attract my attention because it's almost dark. Also, he wears, back to him, also he has the bell, and that represents his authority, but also represent the dang. It's you can look it up.
You say dang, is it?
Yeah. Tribe.
Okay.
The Dan tribe.
Okay.
And you can go in the Bible and you can reference all this, you know.
So the bell was inspirational, or
No, it's his authority,
It means
and it's
authority.
tribal. It's the tribal, the Dan,
Okay.
and it's like in the Bible
Okay.
also. And we walk over here.
Okay.
And this is a friend of mine's. I did this, and I just throw some paint on there and did them. You know,
You're a
I kinda
wonderful artist. You could do it at the spare of the moment, huh? Go with the flow.
I kind of, I like to, I switch off. If I'm in the mood, I just put the paint on. Sometimes I slap it on. Then sometimes, you know, I take not time, but I do change my styles.
Okay, so what is your inspiration behind doing a painting of your friend? Is he here with us now?
Yeah, he's still.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still with us. The inspiration is me and him was in college together, and we went through a lot of things together.
So,
you know, it's one of my best buddies. We still communicate after years and years. You know,
Wonderful.
20 years we still communicate, but it's more. I let the paint, with this one, I let the paint flow. In contrast with this, and you notice with this right here, you probably can't see it, but you can see it up close. Got a lot of dots here, so whatever I feel, I do it.
So when you say you let the paint flow, are you talking about the
texture.
drippings and the texture?
Yeah, that too.
Versus this painting right here,
That's a
you
difference.
have more
It's a
dots
difference.
in it.
It's even different than that one. So you know, I switch over. This is a little bit different from the other four right here, and then I do a lot of medias.
Okay.
And then I also do portraits. So that's about it. I think.
Are you inspiring children or people in the community to pick up a paint and brush or pencil?
Well, me and a lady, we supposed to start. I have to get her together and start a after school painting class.
All right. Okay.
I got to get on her case so we get it. In the past, I've done it.
Okay.
I had after school painting classes in the past.
Yes.
And so I need to get together with her.
Well,
but,
yes, that would be wonderful.
But I also work with young artists. I work with young artists, Santiago, and then I work with older artists.
And you're working also on painting or martial arts? Or
95. He's 95 years old. And
he's 95 years
Joe's
young?
still doing his art.
Whoa, wonderful.
And, you know, I try to work with everybody, you know. And you know, if you show interest, I'm there to help you.
Yes. Well, we appreciate you coming today, Mr. Webster. Thanks so very much.
Appreciate it being here. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me.
What a wonderful artist in our community. Now, let's welcome our second artist, Daquan Richard. Let's see, Daquan, you have a seat right here. I'm sorry.
All right.
So, Daquan, where are you from?
I'm originally from East Palo Alto.
East Palo Alto, yeah. So what's your inspiration behind your artwork?
My inspiration behind my artwork in general is based off, you know, my past as well as things that I've encountered and things I've gone through. So it's more spiritual for me.
Spiritual, okay. When did you start?
I started at a young age. I want to say around 9.
About 9?
I was tracing.
You're tracing.
Started off tracing.
Okay.
And then my mom, she told me, you know, you're going to eventually become great someday if you keep it up.
Wonderful. And she's right. He's great. He's an awesome person, you guys. Much more than an artist. Yeah. So when you started at 9, did she give you a kit, or what? How did you start? Or you just thought, well, let me look at this book and trace it, or did you have one of those little fancy kits? I remember my parents bought one for me. So what did you have to inspire you to keep it up?
Well, my mom actually used to take me to OICW, and there was this guy she used to work with who was a phenomenal artist, and he used to draw Superman for me. And so I took that picture, and I used to draw multiple Supermans, or trace them, sorry. Used to trace them. And then eventually I just started going through color books and just started tracing. And then eventually I've had mentors come along in my life along the way to help me out do it freehandedly.
Okay. Well, we have some pieces back here. Would you tell us more about them?
Definitely.
Okay, that way.
All right. So this piece right here is called Dying of the Light.
Dying of the Light.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's called Dying of the Light because a lot of young people today, you know, don't really respect, I wouldn't say respect, but don't really cherish the history elders have. You know, and so elders now, they're dying out without being able to pass on their history to the younger generation. So that way we have something to look forward to.
Yes, you're so right. Yes. What an awesome tribute. Now, this particular man, is he someone in your family, or it's a collage of many people that crossed your path, or what?
Funny story about this guy is actually he's a guy from the TV show Lost.
Okay.
And in the TV show, his name is John Locke.
Okay.
But in the TV show, he represents a wise character. And so he was sort of inspired me to do this, as well as the elders in my family.
Yeah. I noticed a lot of detail. Is that pencil or what?
Charcoal.
Charcoal.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And you have awesome detail and under the wrinkles under his eyes, the texture of his hair. What a wonderful artist. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. What's next?
All right, and this one is called The Majestic One. And I did this one in honor of my my great-grandfather, whose name was Oscar Dome. And for me, we have Native American in our ancestry. And for me to know that and to go out to Standing Rock and experience that for myself is something to be proud of.
Yes.
And so I did this in honor of my great-grandfather.
And is this a portrait of him, or?
No, it's not a portrait of him, but it was a picture that I've seen. Technically, this is off Google, but the picture my great aunt showed me when I was in Louisiana. She showed me a picture of him, and he was very majestic looking in how he took his picture. And so this one sort of reflected how majestic he looked.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it looks nice. Again, great detail. And is this a braid coming down?
Yes.
And what's at the end of the braid, the circular?
So right now I'm still working on it, but this is basically like a decoration that they put on the end of their hair.
Okay.
Yes.
The medallion. Huh? Yes.
As well as the necklaces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's see that.
All right, this one right here is called Three Eagles. And this was the very first one I did. And this one was in honor of Standing Rock.
Okay.
And, you know, being out there, they struggled. Seeing it firsthand, you know, with the police, you know, pepper spraying us, you know, shooting us with rubber bullets, you know, and what I seen out there, it was just, you know, hard to look at. You know, and so we fought so hard to keep what was ours. They already took our land from us,
Yes.
and now they want to take our water from us, and we just won't allow it.
Yes.
And so his facial expression is just, you know, we're tired of things being taken away from us. And so, you know, this is in honor of Standing Rock.
Yes. So when did you do that one? Oh, on
I did this
last
one.
year.
Yeah,
Last year.
in November.
Yes. And again, this is charcoal.
This is all charcoal.
Okay. Wonderful. Yes. So are there any other, do you use acrylic or any other forms of paint or mediums when you're doing your art?
I'm actually working right now. I'm working with acrylic. I'm new to painting, so working with paint. So I'm still new to that, but I'm actually changing up my medium.
Okay, well, that's great. These are wonderful, wonderful.
you.
Yeah, so I understand that you have some more that you would like to show us, and we could sit down here and
Yeah,
take a look
definitely.
at those. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right. So, actually, let's start off with this guy. He's the king. All right. So, this is Haile Selassie, Emperor of Ethiopia. And I did this on behalf of a friend who is requesting me to do one of him because he's a big fan of him.
Okay.
And he also is sort of one of my favorites because Bob Marley, who is my favorite musician, highly respects him. And so I have great respect for him and what he stands for.
Okay, okay. Well, again, that's wonderful. Love the detail. Really love the detail. Yeah.
Thank you. And so this one right here is called Blessed. And I say it's blessed because it represents, homelessness. But at the same time, he's still a blessed man because God is still
course.
looking out for him.
Of course he is. Yes.
And so, still working on them, but it also ties back to, hardships people facing now with homelessness and, the gentrification that's going on. And so I'm also doing this in honor of people that's struggling and, trying to make ends meet.
Yeah, the struggle is real, but like you said, he's still here and he's still blessed to be here. Or she's still here and she's still blessed to be here. Yes. Well, great. You say you're still working on it, but it looks, again, detailed and it looks great. So in the future, I would love to see the finished product.
Definitely.
Yes. So all great pieces of art. I'm so proud of you. The villages are so proud of you. Again, this is an East Palo Alto artist. You could put that down and we could chat about a little bit more of what you've been doing.
Okay.
This young man is near and dear to my heart. Our families come from the same town in Louisiana, Rain, Louisiana. So we go way back on a lot of situations. But he is a great humanitarian. If you have a couple of seconds to tell us what you've been doing in the last couple of months.
In the last couple of months, I've been going to school, but I've also been going, I did a medical mission in Africa, and we served over 900 residents. And it was a life-changing experience for me.
Okay.
And, that's something that's going to live with me for a long time, and I plan to go back next year.
So where in Africa did you travel to?
Nairobi, Kenya.
Okay. And what does that mean? What did you do? You said a medical exchange?
A medical mission.
Mission, okay.
So we treated people with HIV, AIDS, diabetes, a variety of issues that we've helped treat it.
Well, how wonderful. What a blessing. I know that they love to see you guys there and what you were there for. And earlier you mentioned to me about the children. You were able to interact with them as well?
They are phenomenal with a lot of energy and a lot of appreciation for the little things like a granola bar.
Okay,
So
okay.
really love them.
Yeah. So do you have any plans to return or what's...
Next August,
Next
I plan to go.
August, yeah.
Yes.
So what's your plans for the art that you're doing? What are your plans? You're going to keep that up?
Oh,
as well?
definitely. That's always going to be a part of me, nonstop.
Yeah, yes. So what about the community? Have you been doing anything with the community as far as bringing students into becoming interested in becoming artists? Or
Any opportunity that I get, I reach out. So a big help with that is actually Street Code. And they're phenomenal with, bringing in people and allowing them to express themselves in the best way they know how.
So tell us about Street Code.
Street Code is a program that They teach people from 3 to like 80 how to code, how to become young entrepreneurs, how to grow as an individual on levels that they never knew they could, exceed at.
Well, that's wonderful. And that's in East Palo Alto?
In East Palo Alto,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so how do you incorporate your art and street code as far as technology?
I incorporate my art by, sharing it with them, but as well as, incorporating it on my website, which they are helping me to build.
All right,
Yes.
all right, yeah. Well, we appreciate that you came out to show us your artwork and give us a little bit of your story and what you've been doing in the community and abroad. And we love you and we appreciate you so very much.
Thank you.